Hey guys, there you are. We'll wait for the YouTube thing to pop up so I can turn the sound off so we don't get that weird echo or anything like that. But I managed to get over to the
Hey
doctor. Here we
guys,
go.
there you are. We'll wait for the.
Boom. Okay. And I was able to get to the doctor yesterday, and this eye here, sure enough, scratched the cornea pretty good. So um, really hurts when light hits it. So I'm actually toying with the idea of not doing the John Maxwell thing today at 3 o'clock, just because it really hurts to do things like this, right? And I'm doing this in the dark. So imagine, I really don't want to do a whole John Maxwell presentation in the dark. So I think this week, based on injury, I'm going to have to. I can't believe I'm saying that, but based on injury, I'm going to cancel the 3 o'clock session today and move that to next week, so we can get into level one in the 5 levels of leadership with John Maxwell, and that's good. It's a real busy week. In fact, let me just cover this up, and so I can concentrate more on what I'm saying than I'm trying not to move my eye around. But uh, looking at the news and looking at everything that's going on right now, and just the unsettled nature of things, everyone's been real busy. So maybe putting this off till next Tuesday is actually a blessing, and getting people to be able to jump on and participate at a higher level, a week from now. Um, the eye, don't worry, they say it's going to heal. They gave me some antibiotics to put in there. It's just really sensitive to light, so things like a computer screen, lights that I would normally use when I'm doing a live presentation, sunlight coming through the window, oh my goodness. um, I walked around with a broken collarbone for months, and didn't experience pain like this. That this whole eye thing has been, it's another world for me. So yeah, I got the drops and should heal. Everything should be fine. On to points of interest for folks that follow Mañana no Mas. Um, Couple things on the power sports side. I've had a couple of dealers reach out to me this week asking about, visiting their dealership and doing training, and they heard that, it's super flattering, because they'll say, oh, hey man, my guy saw you, 3 years ago. My guy saw you 4 years ago, and he says you're the best, and we need to have you come out and fix our shop. Um, that's super flattering, and please don't take this the wrong way, but I built this whole thing online with a reason. Everything is online, not everything, but the foundational stuff is online, so that people can get to a certain level of understanding before a dealer owner, shells out, travel and daily consulting fees, to get to this level. Because quite honestly, if I visit a dealership for 2 days, 3 days, even a week, I can't get people from here to here, right? So I use the online platform to get them from here to here. And then once they're at this level and they're operating fairly efficiently, well, then we can come in and we can raise people up. All right. So there's a plan, there's a process. A lot of thought and a lot of research has gone into how the course is laid out, how things progress. Covers things like communication styles, even personal goal setting for the service writers and service managers, things that would affect them, both in personal life and business life, right? And the idea here is that the better rounded a person is working your service counter, the more organized and profitable they'll be for your business. And so that is something that I'm super passionate about. And I just wanted to make sure that I was fairly clear on how that system works. Super flattering that people think I'm, a magical being and can change things on a 1 or 2 day visit. But realistically, we have to put some foundational steps in the process to get people where they need to be. Other side of the coin, the web building side. People are coming out of the woodwork asking me about membership sites and learning sites, and how I build the newsletters through the website, and how I'm hosting Zoom inside the website, and all of these things, right? So I use Mañana no Mas like a hub of communication, for you know talking to everybody, right? Whether it's somebody that needs a website made, somebody wants to buy some books that I've published, somebody wants to do some power sports training, some goal setting training, some fitness training. All of that stuff comes through the hub, right? Um, so folks have been asking, well, Kurt, how did you do it, right? Because I went virtual before virtual was a necessity with the COVID crisis. So I decided that I'm going to host this interactive webinar on Friday. It's Friday at 10:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, right? Hopefully by then the eye is healed enough to where I can fake it at least in front of the lights and run people through the process. But I've got a nice presentation that I'll go over with folks virtually during the presentation. And I'm actually going to sign into the back end of my web properties and kind of give people a tour of behind the curtain, right? How the websites work, behind the curtain where people are curious. And so that'll show people how things are set up and how they work, right? Now, obviously, once that's all done, if people have additional questions, they can funnel them through me. They can email me. They can hit me up on social, whatever. But I wanted to make sure I covered and it's a free webinar. I want to answer as many people as efficiently as possible. And I'm not planning on doing a rebroadcast or making this a core line business or anything. But I did want to answer people's questions and make that available to folks. And it's always good to get out and help some folks and do the right thing. Other than that, folks, I think I am coming up on wanting to get off the camera because I feel like an idiot sitting here with my eyes closed talking to you. Just truth be known, I feel like an idiot. Um, I pray that you have a great day. I know that if you are in an urban area, especially, one of these big urban areas like, Los Angeles, San Bernardino was all over the news last night. I'm down here in Southern California, so of course those are on our news, but other big cities across the country and some intermediate ones too, from my understanding. Um, I stay off the topic. I don't want to ignore the topic and have you think that I'm living in a shell or that I don't care, that I'm not empathetic. It's not that. It's just um, people have a way of taking whatever you say online, especially if it's on video, like what I do for you guys, and editing it or twisting it or misinterpreting it in such a way that it becomes a negative thing. And I don't want to be negative. Let's be clear. The Mañana no Mas effort is meant to emphasize the positive and to look for the silver lining at these clouds at all times. And so please know that in my personal prayer time, I have been praying for both sides of this conflict, right? That this Black Lives Matter thing, and you know, it's so weird because it at points it doesn't seem like it's about George Floyd. It seems like it's about anything other than that, and there's just a lot going on. And so uh, I know it's been a rough week for folks, and know that I love y'all. I keep y'all in my prayers. I hope that I am in yours, and we'll go from there. All right. Like I said, I don't want to ignore it. I want to acknowledge it, but I don't really want to discuss it. I hope that makes sense. You guys have a good one. And in the next day or two, hopefully this scratch in my cornea is going to heal up. The doctor said it was already starting to fill in. He said the eyeball is an amazing thing because it can start to heal itself up. So let's cross the fingers and hope that comes true. Have a good one. Bye bye.